I am the clapper loader. And without me clapping that clapboard, there are no films. Even Halloween Kills. Okay, so it's Halloween Kills weekend. I know everyone is so super excited for it. And I got a chance to see it this morning, bright and early. I woke up 5:30 a.m. and there I was, watching this movie. Now, I cheated a little bit. I watched other people's reviews about it, and I thought, okay, so it's not getting the best reviews, but then I watched other reviewers that were super excited. I am a horror film fan. Let me preface that. But here's the thing. What is Michael Myers? Is he alive? Is he dead? Is he possessed? And then that led me to think about, well, what is Jason Voorhees? Obviously, we know his mother is deceased. And we know Jason technically is deceased. Or is he? And is he alive? And he grew up? Is he a wraith of some sort? And then this led me over to Freddy Kruger. Is he alive? Has he come back to life? Was he reborn? Is he dead? Is he just in people's dreams collectively? And what did New Nightmare bring? The fact that possibly Freddy is alive, or an entity that came from the evil of the film into so-called real life? So that got me thinking, are these characters that we love? Because I've eventually grown to love Jason Voorhees. I don't love Michael Myers, but I do like Halloween 78 and Halloween 2, the first two. I love the first three, but Michael Myers was only in the first two. Then, I remember I had a friend named Tiffany, and it was HBO premiere night for A Nightmare on Elm Street. And she called me, and I had a rotary phone, and she said, I'm not going to, or I called her. She said, because we made plans in school. We were not going to watch Freddy Krueger by ourselves. We were going to be on the phone with each other the whole time. So we did. We watched it together. Tiffany Stewart, if you're out there. I remember you. So, this is back in the 80s. So, okay. Here we are. These three characters. They've survived everything. Or have they? Because I don't know if they're alive. And that's what's kind of eating me alive. Like, what are they? And I know at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, the infamous shot of Freddy taking the hockey mask down into the ground with him was a signal that, they were in hell together. But, okay, so, but is he dead? But all these characters dead. That led me to think about, okay, so if they are a spirit entity, are they in that some sort of blood brother? Are there some sort of relation between these three dead, alive, unkillable, unstoppable beings? And from what is that origin? Like, what origins are these characters that you can't kill them? You can't kill Freddy, because technically he's not alive anymore. He's been killed, like Jason. So they are both deceased, officially. And then, okay, so Jason got brought back to life. Thank you, Corey Feldman. And, okay, so then you had a couple of Friday the 13th scenarios. Someone was mimicking Jason. But then you had Friday the 13th part 8, by the way. Oh yeah, he escaped because he was in the water. I love Friday the 13th part 8. It is, aside from the first one, the second one, and the third one, it is my favorite. And one of the best parts, you guys, I hope you agree with me on this. If you haven't heard it, if you haven't heard it in a while, go back and listen to it. There are just a few films, just a few, that excite me when they start. And this is one of them. If you listen to the band singing the song at the beginning credits and at the end credits, they sandwich this movie. But man, that theme song, that opening song, it's like this guitar 80s rock. Oh, but it is so delicious. It's one of those I could listen to on loop for like hours and hours and hours. I love the song so much. I can't recall the name of it, but you'll know, obviously. It's the theme song that plays and Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason 8. That song, along with the opening song from, The Golden Child. So those two, I really love those two. Oh my gosh, if you listen to it, so go find the opening credits to Golden Child. That song is amazing. Michel Colombier did the score for that, so I'm sure he was involved with that. But for Golden Child, that is. But I know I'm all over the place. But those two songs are just, when I hear them, I absolutely just love them. Anyhow, Jason 8. So he was in the water. He was awakened. But, so if you're in the water and you're not breathing air, then you are scientifically dead. But for some reason, he's not dead. So we see him, and I'm going to get a little technical here. We see Jason. I'm going to use Jason 8. Jason's walking around Manhattan, right? He's walking around. He's killing. He's not really killing people that are unnecessary. That was one of my pet peeves about Halloween Kills. It's like, he could have just skipped some of these houses. He was going directly to one house. He didn't have to do. Okay, I digress. So you've got Jason in the water. He's back. But you know what? In Jason 8, he's breathing. He's actually taking in air. I know Kane Hodder had to breathe. But I mean, is he alive? Do you know the answer? Because I'm in limbo about where I am with the whole thing. And the fact that this will probably force some sort of conclusion. I'm really hoping for a conclusion to Michael Myers. I really am. I thought that maybe taking the angle that his niece might be doing, taking over because she's now got the spirit into her and now she's doing the thing was okay for the 80s movies. I think those are 4 and 5, but I don't know if he's alive. I don't know. Is Michael Myers alive? I know. After watching Halloween Kills, I'm watching this figure walk around. He's got his knife. He's been shot, punched, beat up, just messed up. But he gets up. And I know that there's some mythological thing now about, if he has a mask on and his center of evil is the house. So now we're going over into poltergeist territory. So is his house on like some sort of burial ground where it gives him this energy? Or is it like the Amityville house where there's this like demon energy that took over none of this is being explained. And I just want to know. I'm just really super curious. And back to Freddy. I know, and I love Freddy versus Jason, but were these two dead guys or two alive guys fighting? Like literally fighting. So when Freddy was hitting Jason in Freddy versus Jason, was he hitting a ghost? I know that they were able to have Freddy appear when people were dreaming or asleep, and they brought in that sleeping factor. I understand that. But are we talking about dead blood brothers or some sort of immortal blood brother or some sort of demonic possession into all of them because now they're alive again? I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting to think about them. Yeah. I don't know. And it's not being explained. And that is why we have 15 movies, of which, 12 of them are retconned of Halloween Kills, it seems like. They never retconned any Jason movies, which is interesting. Very interesting. Because, I don't know. Is he more of an unstoppable force than Michael Myers? Jason Voorhees. Like, if you behead Jason, will you... Because they've done so many things to him over the course of the films, including 8. I mean, he got, like, messed up with sludge and... But there's a Jason 10. I mean, he went to space. So, I don't know. I'm kind of leaning on the side of these, mythical, spiritual characters that just don't die. And there's just going to be films and catalogs of films with these characters, and you're just never going to get to the end of it. And then at that point, what is the point? Because we do look for a film to end. I think they tried to do this with Bond. They really did end Bond, didn't they? They ended that one. I don't know, he's not, like, in the Freddy Jason, Michael Myers realm, but there's a story arc for you. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing they're somehow related on some spiritual level or spiritual not very good level. Nonetheless, please check out the theme song that plays at the beginning of Jason 8. And if you want to check out Halloween Kills, the subtlety that made Halloween 78, which I just rewatched the other day, so amazing, is missing. This is just, and I don't mean to re-review it, but it's so fresh in my head about how it's like a paper cut. It just hurts. Sometimes you get these little paper cuts and it's like, man, I could stub my toe and that pain go away in a minute. But this little paper cut hurts for days sometimes. And this Halloween Kills, as a horror film fan, is so painful. I mean, I don't even know what it is. It's pretty much like a video game, which, if that's your speed, then I guess you'll enjoy it. But there are some of us out here that do appreciate cinema for the sake of cinema versus just having characters slice and dice. And we like story, and we like story arcs, and we like a 3-plot structure or a 3-act structure, which I understand there's 3 movies. I got that. But at least in every movie, there's still... Did anyone read Sid Field's screenplay book? Did anybody read that? Or am I just a little old school? So, yeah, and also enjoy Nightmare on Elm Street. I think, obviously, my favorite one is Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors. I do like Freddy too. I think the first 3 of all of the trilogies that have gone on past the trilogies have been pretty good. So I think the first 3, including Halloween 3, were good. I think that the first 3 Friday the 13th were good, and 8. And then also, Nightmare on Elm Streets 1, 2, and 3. And then, I don't know, I don't know what they were trying to do. Sometimes you'll have a wonderful idea about something, maybe a recipe, and you're cooking, and you've got the ingredients, and you've got the list of the recipe of how to cook it. Okay, you add this touch, put it in the oven for 40 minutes, comes out, and it's totally disgusting, and you don't want to eat it. And that's what the sequelitis thing that we have going on in our film culture is like. Okay, we got all the ingredients, we got all the characters, we even brought back some characters from previous films, so we've got all this stuff going on, and then all of a sudden, it just doesn't taste good. It's just slop. I'm the clapper loader. Go out and watch Jason 8. Happy Halloween, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Without me, there are no films, of course. I clap that board.